And we back. I'm going to talk about some pretty popular headphones and my experience in using them in my work environment, my commute, and just everyday life almost 2 years after buying these brand new. Kalika. Well, wherever you are, you could have been anywhere and you're here, and I appreciate that. This is the second video that I've done on these headphones. I just kind of wanted to do something shorter. Sometimes I kind of go off and start, podcasting it in a way. I bought these headphones. I'll show pictures of them because there's tons of videos detailing the features and what these headphones are. I bought them and brand new out of the box. I loved how they fit in the ear. I didn't have to adjust anything. Didn't matter if I was sweating or even if I went for a run, which I don't think they're qualified for rain or sweat, but going for a run, going to the gym, they were fine. Being in the car, if maybe it was a road trip and my wife is driving, I'm in the back seat with the kids, then I might, listen to music or an audiobook, and they did what they needed to do. If I went someplace like a theme park or the mall, they would work up until you went through maybe a security checkpoint, and then they would kind of fade out a little bit. But I think that's just the technology of Bluetooth, and they worked great. Now going to the part where I work as but the closest realm I can say is almost like a car mechanic. A lot of cars, a warehouse, heavy machinery in the background, a big facility, so there's echoing and there's walls and all these other things, and times I have to leave the property, but I can't always have my phone. My hands aren't always free. So in the 2 years almost that I've had these headphones, I have grown to be somewhat dissatisfied from them. And the reason why, really quickly, shorter than the previous video or the other video, is one of the two headphones that you have, your right and your left. Your right is the only way that your right ear has to be in your ear. You can have it in your ear by itself solo, just the right, and listen to music and whatever you're doing, or you can have the right and the left. But the problem is, with the battery life being so short as a whole from the case and the earbuds, it makes it as like the left is really not being used efficiently. So your battery life isn't being used efficiently. So you might have it where and the battery life on these earbuds, I believe, is 3 hours fully charged. And you might use them, and for whatever the reason, the charge is gone. You want to switch to the left and keep it going. Even turn the left upside down and put it back in your right, and it doesn't work that way. If you're going to lose them, there's a chance sometimes that the app did not register where your earbud was on the GPS for whatever the reason is. It doesn't really make it clear. The GPS and the sound effects that it uses to track it really works when you're messing with it and doing it right there in your hand. But in real life situations, when you do lose it, it just, to me, every time I've lost it, I've found it finding it on my own. Now, you can buy new cases. If you lose a case, you can buy the right and the left earbud, which is great. So I didn't have a problem there with it. The other issue I had was the Bluetooth range. The Bluetooth range was just not strong enough. It could have been the technology wasn't as high as some of the earbuds now. And I know they've come out with two or three other models, but if I was 2 or 3 cars over, you can hear it breaking up. If I was the next room over, you can hear it breaking up. If I wasn't looking at it, it wasn't giving me the clearest sound. I did like the feature of the inner ear where it's like you can hear the outside while you're playing music, which is good for safety. But obviously in that kind of work environment, you don't really need to have 2 earphones in. But just to give you a gist, all the videos I've watched that helped me make that purchase, no one had any conversation on an atmosphere that was to my situation, construction, or, like I said, loud machinery. Probably the third thing, and the biggest thing of the numbers is the battery life in about a year dropped off. So instead of me getting the full charge, which I believe is 3 hours, I was lucky if I can play it for an hour at high volume. I was able to get it to work maybe a little bit longer if I did, an audio book or a lower volume of other things, but that was disappointing. There was times where the case wasn't registering a good charge, or I think the case is doing a good charge, but I think the earbuds just don't hold the same charge as they did before. So, it's unfortunate. Like, I've gotten, used to these, and I've enjoyed the sound. There's nothing bad about the sound or the call quality, but just unfortunate. So again, the three things I would say, getting almost in year 2 and working in a loud environment, is the battery life is going to drop off on a device that already has a low battery life, even with the charger case with the extra 5 hours. You can't use alternating earbuds. You only have the right earbuds. So once that goes down, again, the problem with the battery, then you're done with that. And the Bluetooth isn't as strong when you get into open spaces and things of that nature. So I hope this was helpful for you. I would buy the product again. Maybe not necessarily this model. I'd like to see maybe the other 2 models. I know that Jabra is working with me currently right now to send out a replacement, and they're showing great customer service on that. I'm not paid by anybody to make this video. This is my honest opinion. And till next time, kalika-lika-loud.